On this new episode of Esto, as PGA Tour Latinoamérica, we travel to Colombia for consecutive events in Bogotá and Bucaramanga.
Y la verdad que siento que Volvo y Colombia hicieron un gran trabajo, el club, todo está muy chévere.
While in Colombia, the Mexican duo of Aaron Terrazas and Eduardo Correte faced off in a fun challenge sponsored by our premier partner, Volvo.
Y vamos a meter una pelotita de estas en el techo corredizo de unas camionetas Volvo.
All this and more up next. Esto es PGA Tour Latinoamérica.
Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Soy Eduardo Carrete.
Soy Aaron Terrazas.
Somos de México y hoy vamos a hacer una actividad con nuestros amigos de Volvo.
Before teeing it off at the Volvo Golf Championship at El Rincón de Cajica, Mexico's Aaron Terrazas and Eduardo Correte had a fun pitching challenge.
A la primera.
Mi turno. Me pusiste la vara muy alta, pero vamos a ver qué podemos hacer.
Ya se presionó, ya se presionó.
Tengo que meter las dos para poder empatar a Aaron y que no me gane.
Uy. Bueno, a ver, ¿te pusiste nervioso? Te voy a dar la revancha. Vamos a otra ronda, 3 y 3.
Perfecto.
A ver cómo nos va.
Ahora.
Papa.
Poniendo nervioso ahora.
Casi. Boqueó.
Bloqueo.
Ahí está. Seguimos 2-0.
2-0.
2-0, seguimos.
Viento
Dice
cruzado.
Todd que el aire va para acá.
Viento cruzado, ¿va?
Ahí está. No, bueno. Bueno, en el challenge te gané 2-0, pero espero que esta semana sea un poquito diferente y que nos vaya bien a los dos.
Sí, va a ser una buena semana para los dos. Éxito y lo mejor.
Gracias.
A decade later, PGA Tour Latinoamérica returned to one of Colombia's most emblematic courses, El Rincón de Cajica.
I really like it. Obviously the area is really nice, the views are great, really nice course. But I think the key is going to be to, if you can hit your driver pretty straight, you'll be able to play pretty aggressive on this course. They've actually got some thick rough out here, but especially at elevation, if you can hit your driver pretty straight, you're going to be able to gain a lot on the field.
Located 25 miles from downtown Bogotá, the Robert Trent Jones designed track was ready to host the brand new Volvo Golf Championship by Seguros del Estado, the 10th event of the 2021-22 season. Ranked atop the Total Play Cup standings, Argentina's Jorge Fernandez Valdez came into this event holding a slim lead of only 19 points over second place holder Mitchell Meisner. The 144-man field included several other contenders, including Colombia's own Camilo Aguado, who entered the week ranked 16th on the standings.
La verdad que he venido jugando muy consistentemente, le estaba pegando sólido. Pero sí, viene la parte como el crunch time, la parte donde de verdad se define todo. Y contento de estar en mi tierrita. Lleva tiempo sin jugar acá, así que contento.
Teeing off from number 10 at 6:30 a.m. on the opening day, and despite carting a bogey on that first hole, Hayden Springer bounced back to shoot 66. He birdied 5 of his last 6 holes for a score that no one else was able to match.
Yeah, I made 4 birdies in a row on the front 9 on 4, 5, 6, 7. I just hit it close. I was inside of 6 feet on all of those holes. I had wedges into 5, 6, 7 and was able to get them close and make putts, so that was nice.
Springer finished 1 shot ahead of fellow Americans Josh Radcliffe, Joel Thielen, South Korea's Rak Cho, and Chile's Cristobal del Solar.
Just keep 1 shot at a time and try and make as many birdies as I can.
The consistent Del Solar continued his steady play, making 1 eagle and 4 birdies for his opening 67 at El Rincon. In his last 7 starts, the 28-year-old from Chile had recorded 6 top 10s, the latest, a tie for 9th in Jalisco, Mexico. In the second round, drawing considerable attention, Colombia's own Camila Aguado carded a 67 to move into a tie for the lead. At 8 under through 36 holes, he was joined by Mexico's Isidro Benitez, who recorded a 66 in the rainy conditions prevailing in the afternoon.
Sí, la verdad es que llovió mucho, se puso complicado bajo la lluvia. Casualmente fue cuando mejor jugué. La semana pasada definitivamente me preparó, jugamos bajo la lluvia todos los hoyos. Hoy fue un día muy sólido, la rodé muy bien y sobre todo le di muy bien del tee. Creo que es clave no meterla en mucho problema y darse muchas chances.
The halfway co-leaders were a stroke ahead of Americans Hayden Springer and Adam Navigato, Argentina's Alan Wagner, Chile's Cristobal del Solar, and France's Jeremy Gandon.
La verdad que tengo ganas de terminar top 10. Siento que he estado cerca de tener una muy buena semana, pero el nivel está muy alto. Entonces hay que hacer un par de cambios ahí. Hay situaciones en los torneos pasados que no he podido hacer como ese clic para meterme ya en los primeros lugares. Entonces espero que esta vez pueda hacerlo y qué mejor lugar que hacerlo aquí como local.
Aguado had what seemed like a sweat-free round, with 3 what he called tap-in birdies, at numbers 12, 14, and 17, a 12-foot birdie putt at number 1, and a 4-footer that dropped for eagle at the 13th. His only bogey came late in the day. After an opening round of 70, Benitez had his only bogey of the second round on the 4th hole. He would go on to match 7 birdies the rest of the way, to match Aguado's total heading into the weekend.
La verdad que va a ser un día muy padre mañana, jugar junto a él, con toda su gente. Es padre, es bonito, buena experiencia y vamos a ver qué pasa.
Mónica, ¿tú me haces un fa?
Sí, claro.
Quédate ahí, Pipo, para que salgas en cámara. Tú le puedes correr la talega que se le vea el nombre. Ven, si quieres, dame tu bolso.
No te preocupes.
¿Cómo hacía para que salga aquí en cámara?
Amor, te quiero casar contigo.
Ay, no, mi amor, cállate.
There's nothing like a great love story. So we partnered with 2-time PGA Tour Latinoamérica champion, Pipo Celia, for his marriage proposal. Just prior to the start of our event at Rutoque Golf Club, which provides some unbelievable views, the Colombian player popped the question to his girlfriend, Monica. We wish them nothing but the very best on the road ahead. It's time for a quick break, but we'll be right back to learn how things turned out at the Volvo Golf Championship by Seguros del Estado at El Rincón de Cajica. Also, partnering with Double Play, the largest sportsbook in Colombia, we'll have a fun putting green challenge.
Hola amigos, soy Rodolfo Casabobón de Tampico, México.
Y soy Kevin Velo de San Francisco, California, y estamos aquí en el Fortox Colombia Classic.
Esto es PGA Tour Latinoamérica. We'll be right back. Esto es PGA Tour Latinoamérica. With the rain slowing things down, the third round of the Volvo Golf Championship was completed on Sunday morning, with Adam Navigato carding a 67 to become the surprising 54-hole leader.
Just got off to a dream start on the front 9 and everything was just dropping. So yeah, there's a lot of great memories that I'll have for the rest of my life on that front 9. So.
When the weekend started, Navigato was simply looking for a place to play as he entered the tournament's Monday qualifier. Once he got through that, he set his sights on making the cut as he hadn't played all season, primarily due to a neck injury. After his third round 67, leading by 1 over Mitchell Meisner and by 2 over Cristobal del Solar and Josh Goldenberg, Navigato would have a shot at the title on his very first tour start.
To be honest, I've never been in this moment. Didn't sleep very well last night, but I don't know, I'm just gonna try to stay in the moment with my friend, my caddy. Just really try to have a good time and not think too much.
Later that Sunday, the focus turned to Mitchell Meisner and Cristobal del Solar, who entered the week ranked 2nd and 5th respectively on the Total Play Cup standings. Their battle for the title went down to the wire, with Del Solar carding a 66 to finish at 16 under and edge out Meisner by 1 shot at El Rincón de Cajica.
Estaba esperando esto todo el año, obviamente tener la tercera victoria es espectacular. La cancha es durísima, así que estoy muy feliz de haber ganado acá.
Meisner pulled even with Del Solar after a birdie on 16, just moments after Del Solar made a double bogey on that same hole. Then he made a costly mistake on the next hole. Facing a 2-foot par putt, Meisner, a right-handed player who putts left-handed, missed. The bogey dropping him a stroke behind Del Solar that proved to be the final margin.
Obviamente uno quiere hacer 10 verdes, 20 verdes seguidos, pero la día que salga, hoy día salió, así que estoy muy feliz.
This was the third PGA Tour Latinoamérica career title for the 28-year-old from Chile, who charged from 5th to 2nd on the Total Play Cup standings.
Esta es una de las metas. Hay que jugar bien para hacerlo, obviamente. Mitchell ha jugado pero muy bien este año, muy consistente, así que no, los felicito igual muy bien por haber terminado así, pero no, o sea, obviamente todavía la temporada no ha terminado, así que tratar de terminar lo mejor posible.
Despite missing another chance to win, the consolation for Meisner was the fact that he took over the Total Play Cup points lead and pretty much assured himself the 2023 Korn Ferry Tour membership. The only question is where he'll finish in the standings with only 2 tournaments left to play. From Bogota, we move to Bucaramanga for the Fortox Colombia Classic. The penultimate event of the season would be played at Rutoque Golf Country Club. Partnering with tournament sponsor WPlay, we asked Mexico's Rodolfo Cazoban and California's Kevin Velo to have a putting contest, with the loser having to pay for it.
Bueno, ahora vamos a hacer una dinámica, un reto que consiste en 5 bolas. Y el que meta más, pues gana. Y el que pierde va a tener que hacer 15 push-ups o 15 lagartijas. ¿Estás listo?
Dale, vamos.
Perfecto. Mucha caída. Obviamente lo dejé que tirara primero para que me enseñara la caída, para ver la línea. Calla, calla.
Bien, bien, vamos.
Bueno.
Otro. Vamos.
Ya se aprendió el pot.
No,
muy duro.
no.
Se comió la caída.
Uf, solo 2, ¿eh?
Bueno, 2 de 5.
Solo 2. Tienes todos los leídos, ¿eh? Todos.
Ya me sé la caída.
No,
Bueno, ahí está
no.
Ahí está la primera.
No. Calla, calla.
Arriba. Sí, señor, ya se empató el marcador.
Demasiado, demasiado.
Mucha
Bien,
caída.
bien.
Correcto.
Demasiado, otra vez.
Muy arriba.
El último, no.
Le faltó gallet.
Vamos a definir la competencia con un playoff. Vamos.
Suerte.
Dale, bien.
Ya la metió. ¡Ay! Se le cayó al final.
¿Tienes nervios o qué?
Un poquito.
Poquito, ¿no?
Creo que ya se acabó. Se acabó. ¡Se acabó! Ah, sí, claro, te toca hacer las 15 lagartijas. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ah, muy fácil. Hubiera dicho que mínimo 20 o 30. Gracias, amigo. Gustazo, ¿eh? Suerte esta semana.
Igual.
With the Fortox Colombia Classic being the last full field event of the PGA Tour Latinoamérica season, a lot would be at stake at Rutoque Golf Country Club. A Nicklaus-designed course the tour visited in 2014 for the Colombia Open. The Total Play Cup top 60 players at the conclusion of this event will qualify to the season-ending BUCARAMANGA Tour Championship in Mexico.
La verdad que ganando se soluciona todo, pero una buena semana sería increíble. Así que bueno, contento donde estoy en una buena posición.
The tour's leading 60 players qualifying to the final event of the season would have a shot at earning the Korn Ferry Tour status for the 2023 season.
I've got high expectations. I know I need to win one of these last two events to get in the top 5, and that's my focus.
The opening round produced a surprising leader, as Mexico City's Juan Carlos Serrano, ranked 98th on the Total Play Cup standings, carded an 8-under 62.
Para mí fue un día muy importante porque me di cuenta de que mi lenguaje todo el año había sido muy negativo. Entonces hoy decidí pararme y tratar de disfrutar el golf. Es una profesión muy difícil la que tenemos y hoy se trató solo de eso.
A University of Tennessee alum who turned pro in 2017, Serrano has recorded only one top 20, while making only 3 cuts in 10 starts this PGA Tour Latinoamérica season. His opening 62, comfortably a tour career low round for the 27-year-old from Mexico City, meant a one-shot lead over Ryan Cole, Austin Waite, Kevin Velo, and Alejandro Tosti. 6 other players were tied for 6th, including the leading Colombian, Camilo Aguado, who birdied 5 of his last 6 holes, and new Tour number 1, Mitchell Meisner.
Así es, quedan 54 días de torneo y espero más que un resultado pues, de números en el torneo, espero pues, yo poder estar tranquilo y contento.
It's time for another quick break on Esto as PGA Tour Latinoamérica. When we return, we will meet the winner of the Fortox Colombia Open, as well as the Total Play Cup leading players heading into the final event of the regular season. And taking advantage of the amazing location at Rutoque, we will see Mexico's Juan Carlos Serrano and Raúl Pereira flying high.
Así que saltaremos del parapente.
Y pido primero.
No.
Sí.
No.
Sí.
We'll be right back. Esto es PGA Tour Latinoamérica. One of the great attractions at Rutoque, the home of the Fortox Colombia Classic, is the breathtaking views provided by the Chicamocha Canyon. Invited by the Florida Blanca City Municipality, Mexico's Juan Carlos Serrano and Raúl Pereira had the opportunity to enjoy some unbelievable views at the Paragliding National Park.
3, 2, 1, ¡vámonos! ¡Woo! ¡Qué bravo estuvo eso! Como dice usted, muy bacán. Dix, cuando te diga que si quieres hacer una pirueta,
Voy a decir que sí a
le
todo.
dices que sí.
Voy a decir que sí a
Que
todo.
te deje caer, que te dropee ahí en el hoyo 10.
Ay, le tengo que picar. Venimos bajando de nuestro primer vuelo de parapente muy contentos y queremos aprovechar para darle las gracias a los clubes de parapente, a todos los pilotos de la región y al Parque Internacional de Parapente.
También queremos agradecer a la Secretaría de Turismo de Florida Blanca por darnos esta experiencia y ahora sí más que relajados para empezar el Fortox Colombia Classic. ¡Vámonos!
¡Vámonos!
The second round finished with Pennsylvania native Chris Crawford and Argentina's Alejandro Tosti tied for the 36-hole lead at 12 under 128.
Just kind of one of those days where I did a lot of things well and felt pretty much good about everything and things just came together nicely.
Crawford reached the top of the leaderboard by carding an afternoon 63, while Tosti matched the leading total by posting a 65 not long after. The co-leaders finished one shot ahead of Brax McCarthy, who shot 64 early in the day.
Fui muy paciente y bueno, pude ir armando la vuelta a poco y bueno, listo para un buen fin de semana.
Carding a third round low 61, Mexico's Isidro Benitez finished atop a group of 5 players tied for the lead heading into Sunday. In the tie for first at 17 under, Benitez was joined by Rowan Caron, Tommy Kocha, and 36-hole co-leaders Chris Crawford and Alejandro Tosti. With no wind factoring in at the par 70 that plays at just 6,592 yards, the field turned the third round into a birdie fest. Only 11 players could not shoot in the 60s, on a day that the scoring average dipped to 66.75 strokes. Benitez's low round of 61 included an eagle and 5 birdies on the front 9, with 7 other players recording 62s.
Yeah, I mean, it should be pretty fun tomorrow. I guess a couple guys, it looked like shot some really low scores today. I think there was an 8, a couple 8s, maybe a 9. You never know what can happen tomorrow. It should be pretty fun with that many guys having a chance to win.
With so many players in the hunt, the final day of the Fortox Colombia Classic turned out to be quite exciting. After tying for first at 22 under, Argentina's Tommy Kocha turned a share of the 54-hole lead into a playoff triumph over Mexico's Isidro Benitez.
Y ahora con ustedes el campeón del Fortox Colombia Classic, Tommy Kocha.
Kocha made a birdie on the first extra hole to secure his 4th career title on PGA Tour Latinoamérica.
Es una victoria muy linda, muy fuerte, muy importante para mí porque pasó mucho tiempo que gané en este tour. Así como me disfruté la primera vez, esta creo que le gana todavía.
Kocha, who made history as winner of the tour's inaugural tournament, the 2012 Mundo Maya Open, 3,564 days earlier, managed to keep alive his lifelong dream of making it to the PGA Tour. His Fortox Colombia Classic victory took him into the 8th spot on the Total Play Cup standings, with only the BUCARAMANGA Tour Championship left to play. Through 11 of 12 events in the books, this is what the Total Play Cup points list looks like. On our next episode, the race for the Total Play Cup comes to an end with a field of 60 players battling for the title of the season-ending BUCARAMANGA Tour Championship. At the conclusion of the event, which takes us to PGA Riviera Maya in Tulum, Mexico, we will learn which players will be moving on to the Korn Ferry Tour in 2023. See you next time on Esto as PGA Tour Latinoamérica.